let's review. Last time we became Prussia, and Prussian ideas, as a lot of people know and are familiar with, are hugely favored for military. We get more army tradition, less aggressive expansion, and eventually more discipline, more taxes, less stability costs, more morale, less army tradition decay, more infantry combat ability, more manpower, which is something we've been struggling with since pretty much the beginning of the game, uh, and more development, or less development costs and more tolerance of heretics. Which, all of those. Well, okay, so. Morale compounds very nicely with defensive ideas. It pretty much means that we have a plus 35% morale right now. Combine that with the army tradition and army tradition decay with defensive, and right now we're gaining. We are currently gaining 0.69 and we're sitting at 46.3. Add that into quality, which is the next idea I'm taking, and it's another +1. Then, of course, infantry combat ability and discipline will both stack well with quality and innovative ideas, which are, in fact, my next two idea groups. I mean, go figure, right? Now, I just need to hope that my ruler lives long enough to produce an heir. Because he is the same dynasty as Brandenburg, and I'd like a PU with them. But if we died now... okay, that's interesting. So, I think when I first switched over, before I had my royal marriages, the succession war was going to happen between Brandenburg and Muscovy. Now it's between Muscovy and Bohemia, which sucks because Muscovy's army is quite a bit bigger than everyone else who would be involved. Who hates Muscovy? So I'd eventually want to ally these people in order to turn on Muscovy if I got into a PU under them. But I'm going to hope that's not going to happen, but it's probably going to happen. Brabant and Cologne pieced out with each other. Georgia and Koyunlu. I'm also building up my navy. Currently light ships. How many ships do I still have being produced? Looks like 2. Oh, Saxony canceled their military access. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. The lack of an heir is worrying both the people of Prussia and your advisors. You have an ambitious and talented daughter who has impressed both diplomats, foreign nobles, and your personal advisors with her wit and cunning. Is it not time to consider her as the heir to the throne? I'm not dead yet. I can still sire a son or two. Local unrest +5. Or lose 10 legitimacy, which will put me at 36. A noble of the von Hohenzollern family with a 566 will be with an average claim becomes heir at the age of 13. Absolutely. And we could name her. Oh, cool. I actually got an achievement for that. I don't know if that's visible on the capture or not. In the past, it's not. It hasn't been. Which is the princess is in another castle. A 566 heir. Hopefully. You know what? All right. You know what? Fine. Let's do it. Make my ruler the leader of the armies. And her name is Friederike. I'm okay with that. It's a good Prussian name. And she's 13. Meaning, even if I died tomorrow, which let's hope I do, she will have a long rule ahead of her. Or, like, I won't have that much of a regency, and she has a long rule ahead of her. So, 2 ships? Okay, I've got one being finished here right now. And bring this guy, this navy down. We'll combine them up so that they all protect trade together. And I just have transports and lights right now, and I'd like to save up for... I have to save up money for 2 things. I want to be the Defender of the Faith, which costs, of course, 500, right? Yes. Which it gives me another 5% morale, and we've already got a 5% morale from Protestant, so we've actually got plus 40% morale right now. The Defender of the Faith would give me 45. You know, if we have 100 legitimacy, our tolerance of heretics is actually a plus 1 with the last idea group. I mean, the last idea we get. And also discipline, but, so yeah. There was a reason for everything that I did. Now, I just need to wait for Riga to try to hopefully change to Coronia, because their ideas are better, since Riga has the run-of-the-mill divine traditions, or divine ideas. Sure, we'll allow military access. Do I have any unnecessary... Yes, Bohemia, but I don't want to pay for the... pay the stability hit for breaking a royal marriage. Which, it's probably going to end soon anyway. You have 2 years to pay this loan off. Okay. We're making decent money, too. 5.27. Are we at force limit? Land, yes. Navy, no. Navy, we're not going to be for, well, forever, pretty much. What are these? What are the cost per month of these? Maintenance 0.05 per month. Hey, Coronia! So, note to self, Coronia will become, will form, regardless of being a vassal or not. And so they're now a duchy, or yeah, they're a monarchy. I'll just accept this to make sure it goes away. And now that Coronia has formed, I'm actually going to give them Usul as well. Because why not? It's not really doing me much good. Oh, Kurland, not Coronia. So, let's look at the stuff they have so far. They have Coronian ideas. It's their own idea group. They took defensive. Pretty good. I don't mind that. Diplomatic, doesn't really help me that much. Religious, again. It means I'll have to deal with rebellions less often in their territory, because all of it's Protestant, and it means that they'll be able to convert it to Protestant more easily. They have fort defense, which... Oh, and national unrest, so again, less rebellions. And trade power abroad. So basically, they pull more trade into the Baltic Sea node, which is helpful for me. Combined, and then their traditions, which are good for really a military. I'm actually going to be making them a march eventually. I don't know if I'm going to right now, but I am going to do something, and that is place a relative of mine on their throne. Because why not, right? So they'll like me more, and at the same time have a higher liberty desire for a while. But he's a 663 as well, and alright, that's really something. So once I finish off influence ideas, I'll be releasing Mazovia as well. And hopefully by then my royal marriage with Bohemia will break naturally when my ruler dies. And it's good, right, like that. Pomerania has insulted us. Speaking of Pomerania, I think one of my missions is to, yeah, the Pomeranian succession. I need to keep an eye on Brandenburg. Let's actually make them... can I not do that? Okay, they already are a country of special interest. But, I want to see a time when they have no legitimate heir to their throne. Because then I claim their throne, and then I go to war with them, which means I also go to war with Austria, but with ideas like these, I am confident in my ability to beat them, and also any coalition that happens as a result of me doing that. Also, I have a pretty significant number of military points right now, which I can spend to increase my militarization right now, if I wanted to. It is dropping, so I'm hesitant to do that, but at the same time, I want to take the next level of military tech, so there goes my saved up military points. And we get new troop types. Tertio Infantry Reformed Gallaglass. I think offensive, probably the way to go, because infantry combat ability, right? And morale is also a good thing. So yeah, we'll go all out. And I think if given the choice, my cannon are probably going to be the if I have more than one choice, which I don't really after level 13. I was thinking put the defensive, make my cannon defensive units. But I think after I get quality and innovative, I'm going to stop having cav. I'm just going to get rid of them. I think, because the infantry is just so much better and cheaper at the same time. What? They stopped drilling? Okay. I don't know why, but... And we get another age ability. I can start a golden era for 50 years. I mean, I'd be tempted. I'm going to choose ship trade power propagation because that will hopefully give me... Okay, it didn't really. I was hoping that it would help me gain money faster, and I'm actually losing money now. I don't know why. I'm not losing money, I just have... Okay, I'm 2 over my force limit. Because I gave away Usul? Is that why? Anyway, I'm fine with that being the case. But yeah, I'm not losing money, I'm just not making as much as I was. So Kurland loves me. I'm with 190 improved relations, and it's maxed out at 200 currently. Morocco has managed to free themselves from Portugal, I'm guessing. How is Portugal doing anyway? Oh my god, it's like all of Morocco has freed itself. That's a big setback. The Mamluks are now the dominant power in Egypt and the Arabian Peninsula, spreading up into the Anatolia as well. Serbia has taken all but one province in Byzantium. And Lithuania might be collapsing anytime. So that's great. Kind of disappointed that I'm not going to be making as much money. If I made Kurland divert their trade to me. Changes liberty desire by 30%. I think that's fine. I'm actually going to tell them to support me. or support allies in wars. Divert trade. I want. Oh, do I want them to embargo rivals as well? Who are my rivals right now? Denmark. I can actually do both and have them still be below the threshold for really wanting out of this relationship we've got. Of course, once I'm releasing Mazovia, I might have to cancel one of those, so which will probably further reduce my University of Königsberg. But it'll probably further reduce my force limit when I release Mazovia. Albert of Prussia, the last Grand Master of the Teutonic Knights, erected an academic gymnasium in 1542 on a piece of land behind Königsberg Cathedral on the Knifoff Island of the Pregel River from the Samlin chapter. The University of Königsberg was inaugurated on August 17th, 1544, after Albert of Prussia had issued the deed of foundation of the Collegium Albertinum on the 20th of July, 1544. The University of Königsberg, first rector was the poet Georg Sabinus, son-in-law of Philip Melanchthon, and two Lithuanian scholars, Stanislavus Rapilionis and Abriomus Colvietis. Okay, I probably butchered all the names involved, but were among the first professors of the university. Sponsor it, lose money, gain admin points and prestige, or do nothing. Fine, sponsor it. And there is an end to two-minute relations. Let's take a loan, sadly. And there goes that almost 100 stability, or 100 admin points we just gained. But let's take that. Speaking of estates, I say speaking of estates because it says divide the estates as a modifier to that. I want to see something. So burghers are at 25 influence, 45 can ask for diplomatic support, demand diplomatic support. Clergy, I can demand administrative support. Generous donation, support the clergy. The clergy holds way too much land right now. Why would I allow that to continue? There's 8 there, 10 there, 9 there. That's 15 altogether. I can actually take the 10, I think. Based on that, right? So the nobility has 10% of state land right now, which is just these two, which is total 15 development. So I should be able to I should be able to take back the 10 development one, which leaves the clergy with 17, which should be more than 10%, right? Let's do it. Clergy probably dislikes me now. I can do something. Time for a Protestant consort regent. The fact that Katerina herself does not follow the official state religion has long been a great thorn in the side of those that fight for the spirits and minds of the Prussian people. Perhaps it is time for Katerina to let the good of her people go before personal matters of faith. Lose 2 stability, gain 10 legitimacy. Katerina becomes Protestant. Why would I do that? I mean, I gain legitimacy, I guess, but no, let's not do that. Oh, Curlandian Liberty Desire is higher than 53 now. Why? Alright, well, I'm actually going to disable Divert Trade. It looks like we haven't changed much as, like, in regards to the percentage of trade power we hold. And even with that, I still have 58%, so. Oh yeah, I need to reform my royal marriages. And we will continue drilling our armies. So now I have 2 loans to pay back instead of just 1. That's great. That's fantastic. It's just what I always wanted. Let's take royal marriages. And we have to get one with the Palatinate and Muscovy still. Oh, we accepted Palatinates from them, I think. Which is not something I normally do. Okay. Oh, that's why Curlandian Liberty Desire went up. Right? So if I enable Divert Trade again, let's check this. Yeah, it doesn't change much at all. Screw it. Leave it. The clergy doesn't like me right now. It says I'm losing, or I'm gaining less church power. Okay, I'm already maxed out church power anyway. Doesn't matter. We're good. I'm actually going to ask the burghers for contribution. Oh, they were at 45. I misread that as 55. That might have been a mistake now that I see it, now that I think about it. Oh well, it'll come back in time. Never mind, we'll just grant them monopoly charters, and then demand diplomatic support. Nope, no we won't. Let's pay back the loan that comes due first. Alright. The estates are fine right now. I'm not going to worry about them right now. Or, like, too much anyway. So. I need to check Brandenburg every once in a while to hope that they have died. Sadly, they're still Catholic. They haven't converted to Protestant. Who do I have a truce? Do I not have a truce with anybody? Our truce with Poland is about to come, to end. And they're allied with France. That'll be an interesting war. Wait. Poland is rivaled by Karaman. That's something you don't see every day. Alright, so, I'm thinking about declaring a war against Poland whenever I can. Bohemia has a permanent claim on this province. Will that cause me to... Will that cause... Oh wait, Bohemia doesn't like me anymore, do they? Yeah, we're not their allies. Screw them. Hey, Kiev is free from Lithuania. Hey, Kiev, do you want an alliance? No, I'm kidding. I won't. I'm not going to do that. Hey, we have a permanent claim on, Notech. Okay. I mean, I could do it. And we can take the next innovative idea, or influence idea, which gives us innovativeness. And also the manpower that I mentioned. So, in the upcoming war with Poland, pretty sure I want to take the province that I've had a claim on for forever, really. 1568. Okay, that's a long way off. I might take Notech as well. Both can be fed into Mazovia because they're both Polish. Then I might also have them pay, maybe humiliate them and pay me war reparations. We'll see. It shouldn't be too difficult of a war. After all, we are Prussia now. In case you haven't noticed. By the way, we're Prussia now. Do I need to repeat it again? We're Prussia now. Oh, that just feels so good to say. I'm not afraid of anything anymore in this campaign. I feel like I should have a new name for it, since we're not going to be on the defensive anymore. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually going to go on the offensive, but what I'm about to do might seem like it. And 52. 7 years? Jesus. Lack of officers. Shorten the training or increase recruitment. Lose manpower. Who cares? I don't want to lose professionalism. Is Lithuania's truce any shorter? 1550? Not really. Denmark? No. Sweden. Sweden likes me, though. Any bordering countries that... Oh no, Brandenburg is starting to convert stuff back to Catholic. What is their current war score? Total war score. 171. Too big. Saxony is not my ally. I really need to get Defender of the Faith is what it is. Protestant centers of Reformation are starting to convert Austrian land. Russia has declared war on Novgorod. Apparently they're Russia now, not Muscovy. Cool. So now they have their actual Russian ideas, right? The ones that are good? Yes. Yeah. Okay. We have the rise of a pretender. And we have an heir named Albrecht. Troops are those are rising up in Memel. Go to Königsberg, which is our new capital. Past the dissolution of monasteries. Frederica I is now benevolent. Liberty, desire, and subjects minus 5%. Okay. Works for me. Dissolution of monasteries. And taxes for stability costs. Sure. I'll take more taxing. And why are we losing money now? Any reason? Actually losing more money. There's an idea. Go to war with Sweden, who is allied with... Actually, no, Brandenburg I want to keep as an ally. So, look for other... So, Utrecht is allied with Brandenburg and Bremen. Bremen is allied with Hamburg and Utrecht. That doesn't help me. Flanders is a junior partner of France. England has a junior partner of Savoy. Okay. Okay. Why were we losing so much money compared to... Wait, did it have something to do with my previous ruler's traits? Not sure. Novgorod has been fully annexed by Muscovy. Johannes Agricola, originally one of Martin Luther's theological closer allies, Johannes Agricola has had a bitter falling out with the great reformer. Agricola's stance in whether Mosaic law applies to Christians is directly opposite of Luther's, and the reformer is now in search of a new base from which to work and propagate. His insistence on the Gospels alone as the source for Christian conduct, as well as having been seen to favor a settlement with the Catholics, has also made Agricola ill-regarded by more radical reformers. His theological views would make him an excellent superintendent for the newly founded Brandenburg Church, however, and a good court preacher of the von Hohenzollerns. Bring him here. Saxon Protestant theologian. Skill level 2. Gain admin power and church power. Curlin Pomerania like me less. Or we cannot abide his reconciliatory views. Sure, we'll invite him. I don't care. He is cheaper. And okay, I'm going to do something. What's this? Advancement of Religion Act. Missionary strength for institutional spread. For the less institutional spread. I mean, it's only 5% like more cost, or 5% less institution spread. And the missionary strength could actually help me at some point. Actually, no. Why would I do that? I don't need missionary strength. I'm Protestant entirely. So... Is Norway free? No. War with Denmark can set them free. Possibly. They have 89% war score for all of their provinces. Who's Pomerania allied with? Dithmarschen. Dithmarschen is Protestant already? The Knights still exist. That is crazy. Weird game, right? I mean, you saw the rise of Byzantium and then the fall of Byzantium again, for the most part, but not to the Ottomans, which are now Lithuania's heirs to the young. Ottomans have been relegated to 2 provinces and they're at war with at least 2 different people, but both in the same war. But that means they've lost. Like, the Ottomans are done; they're out of the game, which pretty much leaves the Mamluks as the dominant force in the Muslim world, I think. In the Western Muslim world, anyway. Poland has finally embraced colonialism about... I don't know how much later they were than me, but I'm going to... Oh, I just noticed my general's name, too. It's not offensive at all, possibly. Let's disband one of our armies. Yeah, he's Adolf von Manstein. Manstein? I don't know. Could deactivate my forts if I really wanted to. But at the same time, what happens if I deactivate this fort? And also, okay, fort-wise, I am... Yeah, let's see if I'm still gaining... Nope. Reactivate Plock. It was actually gaining us money, too. So why... We're now at force limit. And still losing money. Why was there a sudden decrease in the money we're gaining? Monetary reforms. Lose stability, lose inflation, or gain 3 inflation. Do I have any inflation? No. Even if I gained inflation... Okay, I'm actually going to take the inflation and then buy it down once. Because it's actually cheaper, I think, than buying stability up once. I think it was 90 something to take care of from 0 to 1. You have the humiliate rival casus belli against Poland. Oh wait. Did I misread something? Okay, if I go into this war, I go in alone. Against Brabant, France, and the Knights. As well as Poland, but Poland isn't anything right now. Let's do it. And let's take turn army drilling off. How many troops does Poland have? 15,000 total. Okay, so we can definitely handle the Polish army by itself. I'm going to take an increase, or I'm going to go ahead and activate war taxes. was the other thing. Right, possibly militarize. What do I get? Alright, I can't remember. I know it's discipline and something. Manpower, recovery speed, land maintenance. I'm going to bump it up to like 50, I think. And then we'll go into... So now we're at war with France, Poland, and pretty much the other... Really, one of the other powers we have to fear in this game right now is France. Poland poses literally no threat. I'm actually going to go and just see if I can crush his army without any second thoughts. Go to Plock. And then we'll wait. We'll wait here until... I want them to go to... Okay. They're locked into... Saxony has the end of religious turmoil. So Saxony did not convert? Nope. It's disappointing. Alright, well, we'll go and fight Poland's army. Hopefully absolutely destroy them. And we absolutely destroyed them. Alright, so that's how that's done. Let's go take the war goal. And then... Actually, let's consolidate regiment, or shift consolidate anyway. Take 2 regiments. And go and occupy Notek and Calitz. At the same time, I'm going to split off my artillery. And also... Actually, I want the other way around. Yeah, he's got the siege, so... There's just one siege in O2. Okay. Keep the cav, keep the wounded infantry. Second Army will go to their capital, which is, I think, is their only... No, they've got other forts too. What is Poland's total war score for provinces? 158. Bohemia wants to rent me Condottieri. No, we're good. So I need to be on the lookout for French troops. That's what needs to happen. Also. Okay, we are set to cautious on our trade fleet. I don't want them engaging France's navy if they have the opportunity. Let's go to Sandomir's. Actually, Lublin with this group. Actually, never mind. Sandomir's is what I want. And we are just going to, I mean, for lack of a better word, blitzkrieg into Poland. Bohemia has declared war on Poland. Okay, so I want to go there instead to beat Bohemia there. Because I don't want Bohemia taking much of anything, if anything at all. Where are they going? Halitz? And it's going to be France that I have to watch out for. Of course. We died. Are you kidding me? Our great ruler died at the age of like 16. I know it wasn't 16, it was probably closer to 18 or 6 or 20, I don't know. That is really stupid. But I mean, it could be worse, right? Alright, so we'll take our royal marriages with Russia and Brandenburg again. There's Bohemia's army. Where are they going? Halletts? Let's bring these guys down to Wow. These guys can finish off this occupation. Go to Bells. They're going to sit there. Okay, I'm okay with that. Get our other royal marriages. Oh, okay, we got one with... We must have sent a diplomat there to increase relations or something. France has pieced out England. I mean, okay. Let's... Oh, that's so disappointing. She was so good. Why did she have to die so young? Billy Joel was right. Please tell me that's Billy Joel. I'm going to be really upset if Only the Good Die Young is not Billy Joel. What's the other royal marriage I still need? Oh, no, that's it. So, the Palatinate 53-year-old ruler has now, currently 53-year-old ruler, has now outlived 2 Prussian dukes. Speaking of which, isn't there an event to make ourselves a... I thought there was something that we could do to make ourselves a king. Like, by decision. Let's boost our stability again. What is our regency? Oh, we've got a regency council. That's nice. So we can't actually go to war after this war with Poland, and for 11 or 8 years. I was thinking 18 for some reason. It's 16. Alright, let's continue our march through Poland. Austria declared war on Wallachia. Okay. Okay, we can't go any further south right now. So, did France join the Bohemian War too? No, they did not. Of course. They joined the Polish War, the Prussian War, but not the Bohemian War. Of course, that might give France access to my lands, because Poland has access to... I don't even know. The nation of Lithuania has gone bankrupt. That's good. Not the first time they've done that either, this game, so... So, something else that Prussia has that is amazing is we have... I don't even know where to check it. But, There it was. So Monarch military skill +3. This guarantees that all of our monarchs have at least 3 military skill, which is huge, especially since we can use monarch points to militarize. And once we max out on militarization, we have an extra 10%. Whoa. Okay. An extra 10% on. Oh, there's the French army with their 3-star general. Once we max out on militarization, we have the Papal State has given me a gift because I'm fighting Poland. Why? All right, well, let's repay that loan before I forget about it. Anyway, yeah, once we reach militarization 100, we get +10. An extra +10 discipline, or +5 from where we are now, but altogether, +10 discipline from that, and I guess it would be +20% manpower recovery speed and land maintenance modifier, or -20% land maintenance modifier. We're making 9 ducats a month right now? Jesus. Alright, I need to go fight France soon. Of course, we're going to take a disease outbreak. Alright, once I finish this siege... Okay, we need this army to go here. Once I finish the siege, please be now. Please be right now. Thank God. We turn our attentions back north to the advancing French army. And possibly militarize the rest of the way. France has occupied Neumark, of course they have. That is a fort we technically control, right? Those are woods. Do I attack France into the woods? Sure, we test it out. We test out our Prussian ideas. Of course they roll an 8 to... Alright, bad idea. Border friction. Perhaps a policy or changes in order. Put a positive spin on things. Revoke the claim. Brandenburg's opinion of me decreases by... Alright, I'll pay the Diplo points, I think. Okay. I'm going to do something kind of drastic and decrease our recruiting standards twice, and also militarize more. The answer for Prussia is always more militarize, never less. And we're now at 97.94. So, hopefully we can give that a few months to... Holy shit, they've already almost taken the Polish capital back. Alright, time to see if we can roll a better general. All shit. Going to suck if our current general dies right now. Alright, well, I'm going to end this episode here. I may have made a huge mistake. Maybe I should get Coronia's army in here as well. So I'm going to have the thing... allow allies to attach to me, and I will continue this war in the next episode.